Hello, this is Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Bregman from the Jewish Executive Learning Network and BregmanSuccess.com. Thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate it because we have some things we need to speak about and clarify. I received a message from a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and the person basically said, Rabbi Bregman, love your stuff. One of the themes I identify you with, in terms of one of the repetitive themes of your content, is to take action and work ethic. I didn't know maybe it's so much of a Jewish value to take action. I never thought about it so much. Could you give me a little bit of some Torah sources on this from the Bible or something else, whatever you have in the Talmud, whatever you have, a Midrash? And the person was cute. He said, when I think of what I'm clicking on, when I come to your YouTube channel, I think of you as an action figure. And I don't think he meant like some kind of G.I. Joe toy or something like that. But he said, I think of you as an action figure, a figure that represents action. So what do you have to say for me on this? So let me try to give you in short and sweet format as much as I can. Okay? If you look at, for example, my Torah commentary, short and sweet on the Parsha, you'll find that it's full of faith, full of stuff in belief in Hashem, belief in God, but also it's full of taking action, doing mitzvahs, doing commandments, and taking action in life. Faith and action. And how do the two work together? So the real truth is this is one of the big dichotomies in life as being a Jew. When I say a dichotomy, it's not really a split. It's sort of two things that seem like polar opposites, and it's for us in life, through our lifetimes, to try to harmonize them on a daily basis, and certainly over the course of the time God allows us in this world. Every time I give a video when I talk about success or work ethic or hustle or what to do to basically accomplish your goals and visions, it's with the understanding that no matter what you do in this world, and this is the Jewish view, the Torah view, if God doesn't want you to have success and be successful, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We believe, the Torah says, that Hashem hu Elokim, that God basically is the only reality, and He is the ultimate reality. So we can do all the right things, and that's the way He arranged the world in a physical way, that there's cause and effect, and A often leads to B, and B often leads to C, and He wants us to operate in that way. But Hashem hu Elokim, God is the ultimate reality, and I take right now, this is my left hand, maybe on your computer, I don't know if it looks like a right hand, but I take my left hand, I can't even touch my nose or touch my yarmulke if God won't allow that to happen. So we have to do our best, but Hashem, God, controls results. Okay? So what does that mean? I'm a big believer, and this is one of the themes of what I teach, is it is a Jewish idea. In fact, the old expression, God helps those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. One thing that I like to come and bring balance to is the idea of the help themselves part. A lot of people are very busy with the God helps those, and they have faith and belief in Hashem and belief in God, that God will take care of them and provide for them and help them and get them out of a jam, whatever their jam in life is. And I'm totally into that. But a lot of people are so busy with the God helps part that they're not necessarily doing all the help themselves part. And we can't expect, according to Torah philosophy, Hashem to come and rescue us from our pickles and our problems and bless us and help us until we've also done the help themselves. So it's God helps those who help themselves. And this is really the Torah attitude, and it's something that we have to harmonize and synthesize. We really do believe that Hashem is the one who controls results and brings success, but we have to do ours. And it's really both. We can't just be busy with the prayer side only and the hope and faith side, and not to take action side. And there's so many sources for this in the Torah. I'll give you a couple real quickly now. If you look in the book of Bereshis, the book of Genesis, we find the famous passage when Yitzchak, Isaac, is giving the blessings to Jacob, to Yaakov, and Yitzchak is looking at his son, and he says, "Hakol kol Yaakov v'yadayim v'hayadayim midei Esav." He looks at him and he says, the voice is the voice of Yaakov, and while he's looking at his son, he also tells him, "V'hayadayim midei Esav," that the voice is the voice of Yaakov, and the yadayim midei Esav. In other words, while Yitzchak, Isaac, is looking at his son, like I'm looking at the camera right now, he tells the same person, "Kol kol Yaakov," Look, Jacob, Yaakov, Hakokol Yaakov, there's the voice, the inner dimension, the prayer, the working on yourself, the inner, the spirituality. But while I'm looking at you, he says, V'hayadayim midei Esav, you're also going to have to take the hands, symbolized by the hands of Esav, and go out into the world and actually do. It's not just going to be the inner dimension, the voice, the prayer. You have to get out there and you have to work. And we find many parallels. This happened with Yaakov later in life, when he's going to have a confrontation with his brother Yaakov, with his brother Esav. What does Yaakov do? What does he do? He doesn't just pray for God to help him. He also, the Torah says he does prayer, but look in Rashi, he takes many other steps as well. He sends gifts to his brother to try to win him over, bribe him a little bit, soften his edge as his brother's coming at him with 400 men to kill him. He does that. He also prepares for milchama, for war. That is really the Torah view. And that is really what we have to harmonize and synthesize. That is the Torah perspective. That God is the one who ultimately brings all success. And if you don't have his help, everything I teach you or anyone else, it is not going to help you in the slightest. You need Hashem to help you. And we do have to take massive action and do everything we're supposed to bring about those results, while always knowing that really results are up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the Holy One, blessed be He. Anyway, thank you to the one who called me an action figure. I think you meant it as a compliment. I took it as such, but I want to make sure you have a proper understanding, and I'm going to make sure in these videos, as they continue to come out from the JELN and BregmanSuccess.com, hopefully you understand that that's always where I'm coming from. Anyway, hope that was a good Torah insight for you. I'm over time, so it's short and sweet still, I hope. Bye!